China has access to U.S. data, former TikTok executive claims. CCP sentences activist after preventing him from leaving for dying wife in U.S. Mocking Indian culture, Chinese regime's road safety promotional video provokes controversy. Russia-Ukraine war casts shadow over China's incoming Central and Eastern European expo.
TikTok strongly insisted it maintains data security, but a fired executive alleges the contrary. Yintao Yu on May 12 filed a lawsuit against his former employer, TikTok's parent company ByteDance, and alleged it of a culture of lawlessness. He was the head of engineering for the Beijing-based firm's U.S. operations between August 2017 and November 2018. His complaints somewhat confirm that U.S. lawmakers have worried the most about the viral app, that it is a propaganda tool for the Chinese Communist Party to forward its desired content. Unlike how resolute TikTok CEO Xiao Chu defended the company's practice at a congressional hearing in March, Yu alleged that the Chinese government oversaw ByteDance's China operations. He told of a guidance of core communist values that was issued at the company. The complaint reads, "The committee maintains supreme access to all company data, even data stored in the United States." Chu has maintained ByteDance's independence from the Chinese government at the hearing. According to The Guardian, the Chinese Commerce Ministry defended that China is qualified to monitor the company's exporting of technology. The Singaporean CEO also guaranteed that the data of American users is stored on Oracle servers based in the U.S., which could be deleted by the end of this year. Yu confirmed this, but noted that Chinese engineers could still access the information. He disclosed that the same engineers prioritized anti-Japan sentiment while moderating content on Douyin, a sister app of TikTok for mainland users. According to the former executive, TikTok's rise to popularity was not achieved with integrity. He alleged that ByteDance stole intellectual property from rivals such as Instagram and Snapchat and built up its user base from their videos. His attempt to expose this practice cost him his position at the firm. A spokesperson for ByteDance referred to the fresh allegations against it as baseless claims. The individual told The Hill, "Yu only spent a year at the company and was fired for business reasons." 3 years ago, a veteran pro-democracy activist mysteriously disappeared from a Shanghai airport. This May 11th, he emerged at a Chinese court awaiting his conviction for inciting subversion of state power. Yang Miaodong is an activist who is more commonly recognized by his pseudonym Guo Feixiong. In 2021, he was about to board a flight to San Francisco to visit his wife who was suffering from cancer. According to the New York Times, he was confident the Chinese authorities would let him pass, considering that his reason was plain humanitarianism. He was wrong. They took him away, and he missed supporting her and saying a final goodbye as she died in 2022. On May 11th, the Guangzhou Intermediate People's Court sentenced him to 8 years in jail, accusing him of long-term attack and smearing of the Chinese political system and incitement of others to subvert state power, an ambiguous term that could bring trouble even to those denouncing the Chinese Communist Party. The charges were based on essays he wrote years ago, a pro-democracy website he helped establish, and an interview he accepted. Yet, Yang is known for his ardent support for freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Yang maintained in a statement he planned to read at the trial, "This is the original, foundational, and ultimate intention of all my social, intellectual, and academic activities." The court didn't let him finish his remarks, in which he vowed not to give up his values. This became the third time the CCP imprisoned Yang. According to VOA News, he frequently faced harassment, violence, and torment in his past imprisonments and incarcerations. The New York Times said Yang, now 56, has continued to defy the authorities, this time in custody. His sister said he had lost weight from frequent hunger strikes and doubted his chance of surviving years of detention before he could be set free. Like many other dissidents, he will likely face oppressive and formal constraints even if he manages to survive and eventually be released from prison. The sister, Yang Miaoping, said, "He didn't subvert anyone. Who has the strength to subvert a country as big as this? Is it unacceptable just to speak out a few words?"
On May 6th, China's Ministry of Public Security released a road safety propaganda video titled, "Look at My Motorcycle," on its official Weibo account, China Police Online. In the video, the actors dress up as Indians and sing the sacred Indian song Tunak Tunak Tun with Chinese lyrics. Many people consider this video to be a mockery of Indian culture. The video features 3 male actors riding a motorcycle. black-faced and wearing a suspected Sikhism turban. They imitate the popular dances in India in the 1990s with exaggerated movements. They took a fancy to 3 fair-skinned women dressed in traditional Indian sari and invited them to go for a ride together. They said, "Police have warned when sitting in the backseat of a car, you must also wear a seatbelt. When riding a motorbike, remember that it is not allowed to drive without a helmet," to propagate road safety rules. Related videos were also reposted on YouTube. These videos then attracted widespread attention. Adil Brar, an Indian journalist, said on Twitter, "You can't make this up. The official account of the Ministry of Public Security, Chinese police, has used the video of black-faced Chinese performers who make videos while dancing to Bollywood tunes to teach people about road safety. The video uses the sacred Indian song Tunak Tunak Tun as the accompaniment, which was very popular in China in the 1990s. Some Chinese netizens joked that this symbolized India's soft power and, is this a cultural export? Many also said the videos were hilarious, but Indians will be pissed off when they watch it. According to analysts, due to mounting trade and political challenges following the Russia-Ukraine war, China's effort to strengthen relations with nations in Central and Eastern Europe through a trade expo this week will face mixed responses. South China Morning Post reported on May 15th that China anticipated more exhibitors and delegates this year, whereas European countries were thought to have stepped back from official engagement. The China CEEC Expo and International Consumer Goods Fair will start on May 16th in the eastern port city of Ningbo. This event comes as Beijing has pledged to encourage commerce to boost the nation's economic recovery. The previous event, held in 2021, has been relocated to a new, larger location to accommodate more exhibitors. The Ministry of Commerce expected that this month's expo would attract 30% more exhibitors, enterprises, and diplomatic delegates than it had 2 years ago. Requesting anonymity, a Central European diplomat said, "It's not been easy to meet our Chinese counterparts, of course due to COVID as well, but there has not been much substantial progress on how the grand plans can actually be realized." He added, "I don't think China is exactly clear about how they want to deal with us yet." Zhang Min, a Central and Eastern Europe specialist at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, said the event was a good start for boosting trade following the COVID-19 pandemic, but it would not grow overnight. There are a lot of issues China needs to work on in trade with CEE nations. Analysts said the Baltic nations seemed wary of China's no-limits relationship with Russia. Grzegorz Stek, an analyst at the Mercator Institute for China Studies in Berlin, who focuses on Central and Eastern Europe, said, "Beijing's policy of leaning to Russia's side makes CEE countries see China affairs even more strongly through a security lens." He added, "After all, Beijing's position on the security architecture in Europe challenges some of the fundamentals of national security of many CEE countries.